Let's play some more Hellslave. The Widow of Byleth here wanted me to head back into the Tomb of Heroes. The Guard Chief wants me to go to a new zone. Let's put a pin in this return to Necropolis and head for a new zone and see what's going on up there. It is up here? It is up here. Thought I saw it on the way in. Let's go. I said let's go. Minimum level recommended 2. Well, I am certainly that, and this is certainly recording. Okay. Thread level imminent. We've got a storeroom over here on the left side. We've got a mine. Straight up head-ish. And then a pit. Gotcha. Well, let's head for the storeroom. Maybe there's goodies and prizes for us. Demonic Shrine, we shall pray here. Beelzebub, spill blood. Satan, must defeat Satan's henchmen who would give me his power. Mammon, the gold of Mammon trickles on the ungodly soul's money? Money? Okay. Rattling of chains. What's that noise? What are you doing here? You come from Byleth, I see. I am not one of the prisoners you speak of. I am a former cultist. When I understood what was happening here, I tried to flee in vain. No need to try and free me. It's better if I remain bound, but maybe. If you kill enough of my old peers, I will help you. Come see me when it's done. Well, we're probably killing individuals here anyway. Reformed cultist wants to take revenge on his former peers by emptying the tunnels of the mine. He should be happy. He promised me a reward in exchange. Okay. Oh. Got ourselves into an encounter here. Yikes. Barrel throwers can blow themselves up. Alright, well that's a group of 3. We tagged the cultist here who can boost allies. I think I'm throwing a lightning bolt here. I don't know, it is a 1v3. Maybe I should go all out. Let's Lucifer Skullbreaker. Critical on that. Woof. Okay. I was going to Judgment. I definitely want to get to killing this cultist here. Maybe I still will Judgment. Yeah. Resolve that situation. That was 19 damage? Alright. Barrel thrower indeed. Okay. How much are we doing here? I want to... kind of moves do I want to use? Something small? Looks at damage up here at the top. Why don't we main attack, and we'll main attack this one on the right. 21. I'm not going to be scoring a kill here. I'm going to be dealing 2 19s to me? Eh. Momentum. Give me that Fallen Ceres Blessing, and vulnerable for 5 seconds. You recover health and mana depending on your level. Yeah, you can go straight to hell with that explosion. I'm good, thanks. Not gonna be needing that one. Nah, you can keep that one. I don't think there's gonna be an overflow, so it will waste a point, but I'm thinking I'm gonna want this for the next fight that I get into. For sure. Alright, I guess I'm taking another 19 or an explosion. Tilts forehead. Frowns deeply. Alright. Presuming we hit and complete the mission? We do hit and complete the mission. Backup! Yo! Yo, what? Okay. Gotcha. think we need to instant judgment here. Yeah, I beg your pardon. That's not a kill. I think that would have been my time to Luciferium form. Well, we're definitely doing it now. Wallop that guy. Get out of that fight. I should have done that when the reinforcements came, and I was just taken by surprise by the reinforcements. Choose an Infernal Favor. I think I'm going to take Blessing of the Pandemonium here for health and mana regen. Plus 6 health and mana. Grab the gold, 9 gold, a leather belt, that's technically better. And a Corrupted Blood Rain. At the beginning of the fight, throw a javelin on each enemy, deals 48 damage and cause bleeding damage on each enemy. Well, we've already seen a group of 3. That poison's neat, but look at how shiny that is. Woof. Okay, that was a learning crucible. Good heavens. Now here I wanted to go throttle Belial. Feel betrayed. Alright. Is that 3 cultists? Or more? Yeah, it's 3 cultists. Okay, understood. What's going on over here? A trapdoor? Who knows what's lurking in the shadows? We shall search. We're not going to be able to equip that unless I find a suitable one-handed replacement, but plus 15% armor and extra chance of blocking on this glorious shield. Trader's shirt here, that's definitely better. Look at that, that's beautiful. Use dagger. No thanks. Rigid leather armor? I don't think so. I'm kind of doing mana stuff. We'll pick up a few gold coins, which is 7. Liking the look, could use some damn shoes, though. The supplies the cultists are stored in this room, there must be a lot of people coming and going. The corpse of a poor soul. Gives us an apprentice wand. That's great. I'm not that hard up for magical damage, man. The miners used to store powder here. The cultists might be using it. Get out of here with your trap. No thanks. I pass. I'm good. Going on this way. The sturdy door is blocking the way down the mine. Key to the mine required, which we do not possess. Alright. Let's go around this way. So we can spot. Alright. Kind of anomaly where echoes from a distant world come from. A lot of people want to know how to progress, how to know how to learn. You cannot make bread without baking. The body is the flour and knowledge is the water. The fire of the oven is suffering. Rather large and lit up gallery. Quite risky? We'll take some risk. Asmodean skull head. When you hit in melee, you gain a health point. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Ghostly armband, excuse me. Every 10 seconds you get 3 mana points. Ooh, look at that. Executor axe. Executor axe. Massive weapon, a bunch of fatigue after a melee attack. That's going to slow down my attacks. Pick that up. I don't know about using this. Same minimum damage, higher max from threshold, but it's a slow weapon. You know? I think I'm going to stick to the broadsword. Alright. Let's head for this way. The cultists have set up their beds in those alcoves. We shall search the beds. Find some loot. What else do we got here? Armor of the Count of Milgrath? Holy hell, man. Absorbs the first 13 damage received? I could have used that before fighting 5 cultists. Well, 5 enemies. Yeah! Thunder Orb offhand. When you hit or get hit in melee, you have a 30% chance of striking your enemy and dealing 8 damage. Bloody Ritual Scythe, both hands. Okay. Melee damage 4 to 7. Chance of melee critical hits extra 2. Sweep. When an enemy dies, you gain 3 health points. Two-handed Slicer. Okay. 9 gold. Is all of those extra qualities worth me dropping a point of minimum and maximum damage? Probably, given my current condition. It's also a scythe, and I'm partial towards those. Yeah, sure. There was nothing over here. I can slip through here by the looks of things. A mass grave. There lie the skeletons of miners, but also some more recent corpses thrown down by the cultists. We'll search this. The corpse of a poor soul. Devilish bracelets. Wrist max mana +6. Okay. That's going to be a bunch of extra max mana at the start. This will be mana regen, of course, and some extra things, too. I think I'm going to pop a healing potion. I don't have to. Like, it's usable in combat. Cool. Oh. Speaking of combat, here we go. 3 enemies out the gate once again. Yeah. Let's pop that. Let's hit you. And Judgment. No kills. Some very scary hits there. Yikes. They're all bleeding, so that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. We'll throw down the Judgment again. The Barrel Thrower is going to act next. Lucifer's Skullbreaker will allow me to act before this Miner. Blowing through the mana. And see if I can get a hit there. Oh, that was actually a sweep attack, too. No reinforcements coming. Woof! What about a spicy second area? Incantation Knife. Okay, that would be a one-handed weapon for us. Which would allow me to utilize so many potential options in the offhand. Yeah, okay. We obviously dropped some damage from the scythe. So we'd have to have something that makes up for it. Like some quickened speed here. Or our delightful shield, Pavis. I think I will equip that. So much for the head. There is a sort option. Type. Rarity. Looks good. Okay, and the Victim Close. When you receive damage, you gain 2 rage points. Yeah, that's one of these things with these action role-playing games. If we had the gold to buy stuff in town, yeah, sure, that'd be great. But look at what I just picked up here. In regards to upgrades. So much better than the stuff I had for the first dungeon. That's just from, like, encounters I got while walking around. Extraction 2 Deep has opened a breach and submerged the whole vein. Course of a poor soul. How poor? Alright. We got some hands there. Reinforced iron spike gauntlets. Really enjoying how the character model is changing with all this stuff. Who cares if it clashes? We're an adventurer, man. Is this another hell portal? Shadows and noises fuss around at the bottom of the pit as if some sort of infernal ritual was taking place. Let's interrupt him. I'm here to interrupt rituals. Demon of the Mind's very strong. Maybe I'm not here to interrupt rituals. Maybe I'm distinctly not here to interrupt rituals. In the... You know, the more I ponder it, maybe interrupting rituals is just not what we do in this household, right? 260 health. Woo! Here's my problem here. This Inflicts my melee damage plus my magic damage. It's not going to kill that cultist. There's the bleed every 10 seconds, but I'm gonna have to wait for that, you know? I don't want this guy to buff the Demon of the Mines. That doesn't sound great for me at all. Don't know how much damage I'm going to be looking at taking here. Let's preemptively nuzzle that up. Don't chance this. Send that guy to hell. Mana loss. Relapse. Alright, some bleeding, some poison. Yeah, I'm losing mana and endurance every 10 seconds. I have the shape of Lucifer. Lucifer's shape. Alright. Throw a hammer, start lowering that guy's armor. I think I'm going to need to do more of that. There's a few hit points there. It doesn't get me forward progress on killing this guy, though. 3 hit points. Well, that sealed the kill there. Select a power? Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. I see. I see. Looking how many seconds I have ahead of me. Why don't we choose a next attack as a critical and can't miss? Give me a Skullbreaker. Critical that for 45, lower that armor even more. Main attack. 18. We dodge that beefy hit. 27 crit. We are no longer in our Lucifer form. Throw the hammer. Organ Prolapse is done. Minus 20% armor on this very strong enemy. Let's go ahead and fall on Sarah's Blessing here. Be invulnerable. Seems okay. All right. What a fight. Level 4, well earned. Whew. What a dungeon. Minor mana regen? I mean, we just leveled up, so we're great. Give me that armor plating. You know, now that I'm pondering, it more after having a video. Axe of Purification by Fire. Got a pointy mace here. I think that very light weapon was very useful there. And lowering my fatigue with my melee attacks. Let's grab that. That's not as good as my incantation knife. Mythical dried beast organs. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, why not? 9 gold, and this axe. How does that look? We would have to de-equip this, and this was very useful to us, too. I don't think I would drop that and this for this Axe of Purification by Fire. Loses 7 health points systematically. I don't think I would swap to that. That is a lot of extra damage, though. So how much do I value this shield? I think I value this shield more. With this very quick blade and the types of combat I'm doing. At the end of the tunnel, you discover the lifeless corpse of the first soldier. Then again, if I'm doing magic attacks, I'm using that fatigue cooldown instead of the melee attacks. In his hand, a big key has been left behind by his murderers. Here's the key. Pick that up. What a dungeon this has been thus far. Let's go look at our levels. Here. Luciferian Fire, we cast on ourselves. Your weapon gets a melee damage bonus equal to 50% of your average magic damage. Instantaneous. Recharges when you're close to death, survival mode. Citri's Resentment. For the next 10 damage, all damage you suffer gives you a 10% magic bonus, damage bonus that lasts for the entire duration of the fight. One-time use, instantaneous. And this is an instant spell that gives enemies an accuracy debuff, which like, weakens over 25 seconds. Over here on the left, we could pick up this this heal instead, which is a very quick heal, which would lead us into other things. Let's say I continue to go right. Where does that take me? It would take me into wanting more magic damage on my stuff. Right? If I kept going this way? How much more magic do I want to do? I'm kind of feeling it. So do I want a debuffer? Do I want a buffer? Or do I want a, well, a buffer, but it's also a instantaneous and recharge thing? I like Lucifer's Illumination. I like the Luciferian Fire. I don't feel strongly about the Resentment at this time. Illumination opens up this to us. Like, the Illumination doesn't, like, open up as much as, say, Citri's Resentment would. Okay. Can only be used in the 10 seconds after you receive a critical hit. You gain 15 mana points and deal your magical damage to all enemies. Single-use instant. Recharge when you turn into a demon. Alright. Let's put a pin in that. Go flip to the passive stuff. Plus 7% chance that spells hit the target. Exceeding 100% chance of hitting their target is useful when enemies have dodging bonuses. Magical critical hit chance plus 5%. You recover 3% of your maximum mana and rage when you suffer a melee attack. Martyr's Bliss. Give me some extra accuracy. It'd always be a bummer if my spells miss, you know? Don't want that to happen. Give me this. 3 prisoners. The first soldier is studying to find the other 2 he might have snatched a key from his attackers. We're at 9 of 10 cultists. Alright, this has been some dungeon thus far. Still don't know how I feel about using these 2 things compared to the giant axe. It really is this that's holding me here, not the knife. Alright, let's keep it moving. How's the pathfinding? Did you pathfind all your way up there just fine? Yeah. Cool. How long has this video gone? Let me take a look at that. 23 minutes? Alright. A battle's been fought here. Maybe I can find something interesting. Ooh. Yeah, we're continuing to dodge traps. Great. A glowing portal. The heat is too strong, just like the other portal we encountered. Abandoned lift with few trinkets. These trinkets are now ours. A miner skull. Yep, we have one of those. Now we have 2 skulls. You never know when you need a backup skull, yeah? The pathway keeps going down towards the depths of the mine. Demonic shrine, we shall pray. Barith, Astaroth, knowledge. Alright, cool. This workshop has been buried in a rock slide. The chorus of a poor soul yields a pointy mace and 9 gold coins. And this over here, the fuming remains of an evil ritual hidden in the mine. We have another demon of the mines. We do not have this recharged. Let's Lucifer Skullbreaker. Get that guy out of here. Yeah, Judgment. Make sure he's done. Some organ prolapse we get to enjoy. Thanks. Oof. Let's adopt our Luciferian form. So we've got that. What a judgment here. Let's judgment here. Let's get that guy off the board. You're gone. I'm probably just going to be doing skull breakers. If I do this, my weapons get a melee damage bonus, but I wouldn't be attacking with my weapon, but I inflict my melee damage with magic damage. Let's test this out. I'll do some science here. Okay. That seems pretty good. Yeah, okay. Take our next attack a critical, which cannot miss. And throw the hammer again. We'll throw the hammer again. Throw the hammer again. This gigantic demon. Do our normal attack. We're done with our organ prolapse. Get that huge demon out of here. We're done. Victory for us. What do we win? Horn from Basilbus Sun. Rage at the beginning of combat plus 7 chance of bleeding plus 10. Trader shirt here. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah. Alright, we got that already. Cool. Still in shock, the last prisoner mumbles a few words. Trembling, he describes the ritual that took place before you arrived. Demonic circle drinking concoctions in his friend's body that exploded to change into an abomination. Out of the 3 prisoners you came to rescue, he is the sole survivor. Be best to head back with him quickly, but at the end of the cave, the quivering voice of a man resonates. He is in poor shape. It's best to take him to the village and look after him before interrogating him. Alright, I dare say I have slain 10 cultists now. I've killed quite a few. Let's head back. What an exciting dungeon. Yeah, this went from tutorial dungeon to getting thrown into the deep end there. There's some real risk and danger in those fights. Known issues of prison. Thanks for thinning down their ranks. A promise is a promise. Search the ground in the pit. There's a hatch where they hide provisions. Now I beg of you, put an end to my suffering. The blood of the demon still runs through my veins. I am doomed. Be quick. Alright. Where they hide the provisions in the pit. That was not that. This was where they had beds. Like I've already forgotten the damn layout of this place. A mass grave. That's a Trandor cultist told me about. Hard to miss indeed. And inside? Oh my. Health vial. Mana vial. Our max is 3, so we quaff that on the spot. Silver funeral mask, the face of a young woman set for eternity, along with our iron ore there. Gold food rations. Health and mana. Let's take up inventory spots. Alright. Job done. Let's get out of here. Hoof it. That feels very, very rewarding and satisfying. 199 gold on us. How you going? How's it going? How you doing? The gates of hell are ready to flood onto us. These cultists are dead, but the region is infested with similar caves. How is that possible, damn it? We can't hold on forever. Take these pieces of equipment that belong to our former brothers in arms. We don't need them anymore. We got ourselves a guard helmet, reinforced armbands, leather gloves, and thick leather shoes. Finally, something for our feet. Oh, good heavens. Thank you ever so much. All right. I think we'll go ahead and call the end of the episode here. We're near a half hour. A very, very strong dungeon. Coming up next time, more Hellslave.